All right, y'all. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hold on. Hey, hey, hey. This is the Reluctant Nabi back again. All right. So, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Brothers, 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 brothers. Um, I thought things were going to be damaged for me for what I was trying to do down here, and so we're going to talk about that. Um, some things that happened that changed that could have changed how things were done. So, and again, a shout out to brother Texas Marine. All right, because he and I was able to figure out how to get some of this stuff done, and I'll break it down in a minute. But before I do that, let me greet everybody real quick. Kaborden Hardu Dog, all the way to the main. Basas Los, bonjour, mes amis. Ketabawani Konnichiwa. Ni hao ni ama. Sani monani. Jumbo habarigani. Assalamu alaikum and shalom. All right. Now, let me just put this out here, brothers. So I'm starting some things up. So after the moment I hit 1,000 subs, 1,000 subscribers, all right, and this is like with people commenting and viewing the videos, right? We're going to start a thing whereby I'm gonna just deal with commentators and the people that watches the videos, and we're going to start rewarding it's going to be something with the comments, right? It's hard to do thumbs up because you can't really tell. All right, but this is going to be the comments in the regular videos. All right, the comments in the regular videos. In my live streams, I'm gonna lay out some clues like back in the day. All right, so I got a couple of things to go around to everybody, and we're going to move like that because I see that this channel right here is kind of taking off. I really don't know how many subscribers I have. I honestly don't know. So, I'm going to be guessing, but I literally do not know. But I know, I see on a daily, I'll get 1 or 2 more subscribers. And so as soon as this thing kicks over, as soon as this thing kicks over 1,000, whereby I can change the how this platform is operated, we're going to do that. All right. Or if the donations get significant. Now, here's the other thing that's going to happen. Just to make y'all aware, I am going to start putting up or doing lives Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. So Saturdays at 8 p.m. Central. If you're on the East Coast, that'll be 9 o'clock to you all. All right. So we're going to have that going on. Now, this channel is strictly for the brothers that can get a clue. This channel is strictly for the brothers that have a clue. All right. And that's what we're dealing with right now. The brothers that have a clue, the brothers that's trying to get a clue. All right. And I wanted to talk about fraud because a lot of these BAWs have gone into hustle mode. All right. And so they're doing a lot of things that are starting to defraud people. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. I took a screenshot of a dude. All right. I took a screenshot of it. And basically, let me see. I might just go on here and put it up, because it is an example of other stuff that's going on too. And I'm trying to see what phone I took the screenshot on. All right. So let me just say this. There's been a lot of fraud that's been going on in the US. I mean, a whole hell of a lot of fraud. All right. People aren't sending you the right product when you get it on eBay. So that's why it's good to go through PayPal. It's also good to go through eBay and things like that, right? And so basically just a lot of stuff like that going on. And it's kind of easy to protect yourself from certain types of fraud. I mean, on them, you know, they owe you a product, so they need to give you the product, right? Okay, this is it. So let me share this. All right, I'm gonna show y'all something. This is why a lot of fraud, like when I'm buying products or trying to get something that I need, people will use that kind of fraud. And I'm kind of open to that because I'm trying to buy products and stuff like that, right? Now, that's easy to protect ourselves. Use credit cards as much as possible, rather than cash when you're buying from an unknown. All right, let me remind you too, my Cash App and PayPal me is in the description box. But remember, you always take care of yourself and family first before you donate anything to anyone. All right. And so, anyway, hey, so Simplified Texas Marine, what's up, Captain Marble? Backwoods Rider, what's going down? Oh, dang, you up in here early. All right. So what's up to the brothers that's already here? So now, let's start breaking some stuff down. Just right at the beginning. All right, we going ahead full of force, right? I was talking with a significant other, and we were talking about morals versus the quality of a person. And I said this, that there's two ways to judge a person, and there's two things that a person can be. A person can grow up and want to be a good person or an evil person, good person or bad. There is no middle ground. All right. Scripture says you could be either hot or cold. Lukewarm is despicable. Right? And lukewarm, that so if there's no such thing as halfway good. You're either good or you bad. You want to be good or you want to be bad. Now, understand this. This isn't talking about not making mistakes. Here's the difference. All right. In scripture, when the Old Testament, the New Testament never explains what repenting is. It is defined in the Old Testament. All right. They tell you literally get what repenting is. Some of you might know this already. If you steal from someone, what do you have to do to make amends according to the commandments if you steal from somebody? All right. If you steal from somebody, what do you have to do to make amends from stealing from somebody? It's outlined in the Old Testament. It is outlined in the Old Testament. What do you have to do? All right. It's not just turn away. We're going to get numbers. Here, let's do this real quick. All right. So I want to copy numbers. And this is going to be something, right? And this is something that we need to learn. All right. This is something we need to learn. Right? So L, the Most High is not a man to lie, or the Son of Man to repent. Okay? Now I want to show y'all something else. Jeremiah. And this is illustrating something real quick, right? And this is something I want y'all to be aware of. A lot of people will try to convince you that salvation, quote unquote, is the New Testament message. I want you to understand this. Salvation and repentance is the New Testament, but it's not. You see this thing running over and over again throughout the New Testament, throughout the Old Testament, right? But the original idea is in the Old Testament. Period. That's what the repenting is. It's the Old Testament. So let me bring this up real quick before we start really getting into this, right? Now, so let's do this. All right, and start to break this down. Ezekiel 4:16. Therefore, say to the house of Israel, thus says Master Yahweh, repent and turn back from your idols and turn back your faces from all your abominations. Now, every time they were dealing with idols, right? Hey, what's up, Daniel? Every time they were dealing with idols, you had to do two things in order to be considered repentant against idols. One, you had to not use that, say to yourself, I am not going to use idols anymore. And the second thing you had to do was get all the idols out of your house. So one thing was a thought decision that you made. The next thing was the idols, right? Now, when we talk about this fraud, all this fraud, the biggest fraud that we're facing, okay, hold on. It probably didn't use the, hold on, let me see that. All right, so basically, when we're looking at this, okay, what I'm trying to find is when a man steals or when someone steals, when you steal something from a person, you must pay it back 7 times. Okay, and so, all right, and hold on, sevenfold. Let's see this. Some of the times you got to look for these things. Oh, maybe it's one word. Sevenfold. Let's look this up. Dang. Okay, so we're going to go to Psalms and then we're going to go to Proverbs. Okay, I'm going to show you something. Let's look it up like this. Let's look at the Proverbs one. Yeah, that's the one we want. Okay, there we go. All right, now, yeah, this is what I want. All right, this is what I want y'all to understand. All right, right? And so basically, this is the thing. When you get caught stealing, you pay it back sevenfold, right? In Psalms, in Proverbs, right? With all the wealth of his house. And so, why are we talking about this? Why are we talking about this if we're talking about fraud? Because one of the things is we don't have to forgive people for crap that is so bad that they can't pay it back. All right. We don't forgive people for crap just for saying, I'm sorry. This is the problem with fraud, right? The problem with fraud is it is the type of theft where somebody gets really rich off of your hard work, right? And the reason why they do it is that the reason why they do it is that they care nothing about your hard work. And two, especially in this time, this day and time, this dispensation, right? When people steal, it's almost like the perfect crime that they basically get away with. All right. And this is why we're talking about fraud. Because the greatest fraud that is being committed right now is being committed against the Afro man. All right. The reason why we're talking about stealing is these people, the BAW, have formed like Voltron against the Afro men. All right. And the thing is, there is now a plea by these women that have committed fraud against the Afro men. And what they want to do now is, well, I'm going to apologize for all the harm that I've done to you. Understand this. Understand the mentality. They're saying, I am going to apologize for all the harm that I've done to you. But that's all you're going to get is an apology. All right. Now, I showed you repentance. That is scripture, as they say, right? But repentance appeared in the Old Testament, and then they warped it. The Flavians, when they wrote their New Testament, they warped the definition of repentance to not have a definition when they wrote the New Testament. Hey, simplify USMC vet. All right. And so why would they do this? Because they wanted repentance to be ambiguous. Why? Because when they have agents who are your wives, your mothers, your sisters, that is working on behalf of the state against the husbands, the men. All right. When they have that going on, they want to sucker you into thinking that when she says she's sorry, that it is heartfelt, and it is not. All right. And so basically, how do you know it's not? Because they don't repent. And so when you look at what a thief have to pay back, in order to repent from something that you did to someone, you have to make it right. When you listen to all these females trying to say some stuff, they're not interested in making things right. Oh, heel to the knob. They're not trying to make things right. They see that some SH is going on and they have no cover. So they're not repenting. They're not coming with the brothers and say, you know what, I was wrong, and I'm going to fight with you against the things and the wrongs that I have done to you. Right? Everything is a learning process. I don't come out just a soldier knowing everything about warfare, guns, and everything without going through basic training. When I went into basic training, there was mistakes that I was making that about how to be honorable, this, that, and the other. Really had no idea, and I had to learn it from somewhere. Okay, so somebody that's trying to learn, we could take the men. Women that are trying to repent, and they're going to say, you know what, I'm effing up, I need guidance. When they say I need guidance, then we accept them, right? But they're not repenting. They're not repenting because you got fraudulent people that they see is in power, that have power, and the power they have is just from the system. And they only have power within that system. Stacey Abrams on the street without the system, the Democratic Party, is a nobody. She's a nobody. As a matter of fact, she's worse than that. People don't see her as an honorable woman. Period. So she has to stay in the wicked club that she's in, who's been defrauding us in America. Now, things are cool with her because the political wing and the media, which is owned by the Democrats, they're not going to hold her accountable. But what's going to happen when the Republicans get in? What's going to happen if so many of them get in that it pushes things back? See, people don't consider what happens when the script is flipped. What are you going to do when the script is flipped, right? They don't think about these things. What are you going to do when the script is flipped, right? And so what's happening is you got a couple of ideas that's happening. What's up, masculinity? Hey, mad patriarchy. All right, you got a couple of things that's happening. You got a lot of people that's coming out with content to try to get some space because they heard some dude was making millions of dollars, Kevin Samuels, right? So people are trying to get in that space. You have women that was critical of Kevin Samuels, and then they steal his platform. Well, not steal it, but they incorporate his platform and the way he does things in their thing, the whole thing, right? Only it's not working as well for them because them women are coming in and letting her have it. Okay? You got a bunch of dudes, and this is worse. You got a bunch of dudes. They say, okay, we're going to have a platform and we're going to have a female guest, right? And so they're falling in the same trap as regular media, and they're just being puppets, and they're engaged in wickedness because some of these women, they shouldn't let speak. They just shut, but they want the fight. They want all that stuff because it gets views. All right. And they say, oh, see, brothers, you need to see this. We already know what's going on. So these dudes don't do nothing for the community, in the community. They don't do anything for children. And even the information that that you're seeing these women exhibit, well, is exhibited on TikTok, so they're not doing anything special, right? But they, like the females, want attention because they think that this type of attention is going to bring them money. And that's their only goal, is to get money. They don't give a damn about the community. They got people donating to them, and that's good enough for them. So I want you to think about that. Really think about that, right? Now, understand this. This almost seems like repenting. Let me play a sample real quick. All right, so, oh, hold on. I want y'all to just check this out real quick. And I want y'all to pay attention to this.
Come on, Mrs. Johnson.
It's Sunday. This is a church trip. If you want to talk to me today, you talk about the good book, okay?
No problem.
All right. I wanted to play this because I wanted y'all to listen to this, right? This is the game that dudes is playing on these females in a church, right? This is why they don't know what repentance is. And then I'm gonna show you something else.
I's David. Use Goliath. There's Moses. Use the fatted calf. Come on. Let me into the promised land. I want to see a burning bush.
Now this is a comedy sketch, right? But this is for real. This is for real. What happens in church? The reason why this is funny is that comedians take things that's actually that's going on, exaggerated a little bit.
My sister. And you know what?
But this is history.
Don't worry about her. God gave man dominion over all the animals.
Sullivan, I am a Christian woman.
Mrs. Johnson, I am a Christian man. I has a firm belief in the resurrection. In fact, I has one nearly every morning.
All right. So it's funny, right? But this is how they get them. That the church. All right. This is what goes on in a church. Right now. It's amazing at how many pregnant women, single mothers you see running up in a church. Pastor be having babies. Pastor be getting wives all over the place.
Even though I've never been married before, I've observed something within our community.
Now, this is a deep lesson to learn right here. And this is something we all see, but we act like we don't see it. Right? Pay attention to what she's saying, y'all.
A lot of single mothers raise their son to be the husband they never experienced for them. So you aren't training your son to be a good husband for another woman. You are essentially training him to operate like your husband because you could never get one who treated you the way you wanted to be treated. And this is why a lot of your daughter-in-laws do not like you. This is why your son's girlfriend can't stand you. But nobody wants to talk about this. This is why I think it is so important for women who are not married and do not have children to be very careful about the type of man that you allow yourself to get involved with. Because a lot of these men are married to their mother. They have a very unhealthy mother and son dynamic that almost is borderline incestuous.
Now, she's not lying. All right? She's not lying. Remember, I keep saying that we as Afro men have been defrauded. I keep saying that we've been brainwashed, a lot of us. I keep saying that a lot of dudes are so weak-minded that they can't act like men. That's because they were groomed not to be men, but to be the husbands, the honeydews for the moms who can't get a real man.
She has a key to his house. Even though she's not sick and can work, he's paying all of her bills. He's giving her money whenever she asks for it, even if he's in a financial strain himself, which shows poor money management skills as a man. She's cooking and cleaning for him. She's operating as his therapist, as his relationship counselor. And she's overextending herself into the affairs of his life as a grown man, which he should be able to navigate successfully on his own. So tell the truth, single mothers of adult sons. You want to remain the number one girl of his life. Instead of putting yourself out there like you should be doing and cultivating a life of your own and getting the man that you do deserve. So yeah, I see why your daughter-in-law or I see why your son's girlfriend can't stand you. I do. I get it. You're not self-aware. You're overbearing. And you have the spirit of competition against this girl. And you want to show that you're irreplaceable. Ladies, this is why you need to leave these men who act like this.
Now, I'm going to show y'all something else. I'm going to show y'all something else too. The other problem with those men is they become the enemy of good men. Let me say this again. The other problem with those men is they become the enemy of good men. One of the most wicked things that is going on is that, hold on, is that you got a lot of dudes, and I'm gonna show you one real quick. You got a lot of dudes coming through trying to prey, not P-R-A-Y-A-R, but prey on other dudes trying to use their resources and what they're doing to get what they want. All right. And so let's go back to here. Let's go back here. And let's start breaking some stuff down really good. All right. Let's start breaking this down really good. Hold on. All right, so let's start going through this real quick, and I want y'all to pay attention to something. All right, so you got Stacey Abrams ran that mess that happened over in Georgia. What they didn't count on is that the Democrats was going to be so bad that when these flood of Republicans come in there, they have all kind of evidence that's lined up. They have the Supreme Court looking at stuff, and the Supreme Court is going to wish they would have intervened, and instead of using sand, it doesn't have standing. They're wishing that everybody had hindsight 2020, wishing that that stuff didn't happen the way it did. Here's the second fraud: the child support, the court system, the women taking the children away from the fathers, the women taking the home and everything else. Marriage is a fraud scheme if you go and get that paper license from the government. The government should not have anything to do with how you come together with a woman. If you want her to get your stuff, write a will. Period. That's how you do it. That's what I do. I write a will. I mean, I have a will. That's what you do. You keep the government out of the stuff, right? Better yet, make sure that Your woman have the keys to everything so that family members don't try to come and take what rightfully belongs to her, because you know that's the one that stuck with you. Like it's funny how family don't ever want to stick with you until you start till they see you on your way out, right? All right, and we're going to deal with this in a minute. We're going to deal with this in a minute. All right, but here's the other scam that's going on. So you got a lot of some content creators that are saying that foreign women don't like brothers. I want y'all to understand that and grasp that for a minute. And we'll get back to this in a minute. All right. So we're going to deal with the angry black woman, and we're going to deal with this lie right here. Because this is the thing that is frightening the black women the most. Right here. A smiling other woman. Now, I want y'all to look at this. I want y'all to look at this. And I'm putting this up here is because I don't like when somebody tries to commit fraud with me. And this mess don't work on me. Because one, I'm not greedy. Two, I stay within my means. And three, I only take the donations of people that are actually donating to me. All right. And I want y'all to take a deep look at this. All right. And I'm posting this because this is one of the fraud things. And I'm posting this up here with this fraud woman. All right. She's not the only one trying to defraud Afro people. This woman was claiming to fix people's credit. And let me tell you what's going to happen. She was caught doing these. Hey, what's up, Real Talk James? She was caught. So you got two fraud things going on here. I want y'all to take a look at that thing in the middle. All right. Y'all know that that is my Cash App. No, all right, let me explain this. You might have to get a visa from Venezuela, and you probably can get the visa. I'll look into it more for you, and I'll put the answer in a video or something, right? But what I do know is there's a lot of women from Venezuela here in Colombia, especially in Cartagena and stuff. Like the woman that I met last year, she was from Venezuela, right? And I mean, they share a border with Colombia. And so you can come to Colombia, and if you want to get to Venezuela, you can come here, like chill, like kind of how you have to do with Cuba until the US just make things clarified, right? And a lot of people just travel there by bus, or they fly from Colombia to Venezuela. You see what I mean? And so there's that. And so there is more than one way to skin a cat when you're already in Colombia. All right. All right. And so basically, yeah. Okay. So let's get back to this. So basically, these women are not the only one. So understand this, brothers, right? And this channel isn't popular because, one, I don't have a female on here to argue and mess up the message or take us out of course. Two, I don't tolerate that from simps either. Three, most of these dudes, that's like that woman said, are predators against men trying to do the right thing. All right. Now, if you look at this, right, that's my Cash App. And this dude, um, this dude, I want y'all to understand something. Said, I have something for you. And a lot of these dudes, black dudes, I want y'all to understand these black dudes are trying to prey off of other black dudes, other black women, you know, because we brothers, you know, they like, brother, I got something for you. No, you don't. You're scam artists that do this to your own. Right? Especially if you follow somebody for a little bit and know that they do stuff, right? And so this dude tried to thought that he said, man, let me have your Cash App. I said, well, it's in the description box of my videos. So he went and got it, right? So this dude says, all right, $2,000. All right. Now I screenshot the other part of this. So $2,000, right? So he said, one of the things that I thought this was a scam because I didn't think you could, yeah, there are a lot of them in America too. But one of the things I was like, I didn't think you could send that much money. Right? So let me see if I got the other, hold on, screenshot. All right. So he sent this, right? Now, to get the $2,000, he wanted me to send $60 in Cash App. I said, no, I don't need your $2,000. See, y'all got to understand, some of the times, if people are going to do something for you, they're just going to do it. Period. Especially if they know that you're doing stuff for a good reason. They're going to do. But what I can't stand about these dudes, and I can't stand these kind of dudes right here. I can't stand them. Lord, I can't stand them. Is this dude, see, I'm trying to do something from the community, so they're going to try to siphon money away from what I'm really trying to do for the community. Now, a couple of things. I'm not going to fall for this kind of game because and I know why, but a lot of people don't donate to my channel. More people donate to channels that's talking about BS and ain't doing crap, but they're entertainment because that's what we do. We donate to entertainment. And the people that really want to do something, right, don't really have it in this day and age to donate anyway. That's why I say you take care of yourself and family first, because I know it's hard out there. Right? It's just that the people with the entertainment channel that's talking BS, that's making things worse for the Afro people. What's up, Ronald Scott? That's making things worse for the Afro people. Well, they have a lot more followers, and they get those followers quicker. Those followers share their channel, repost their channel. Oh, did you hear this stupid stuff this woman said? Well, she said the same stupid stuff that the woman on the other channel said, who said the same thing. And so the women are saying the same stupid stuff all the time. And the dude got it up because it's entertainment. It's entertainment. That's all it is. It is entertainment. All right. So now we got two types of fraud here. We got the credit fraud, which no one is going to hear this advice. So I'm going to advise y'all on this. Credit takes almost as much time to fix as it took you to F it up. Let me say this again. If you want to fix your credit, it is going to take almost as much time to fix as you took to F it up. And I say almost as much because I'm not talking in years. When you F your credit up, it's like a month or two, you decided not to make a payment. And then that stuff went on your credit. Maybe you did it a few times. For a couple of months, you decided not to pay your bill collector or let your money, put your money where your mouth is, put your mouth where you, or let your word be your bond. You decided not to do that for 2 months. It's going to take you those same 2 months to fix it. Maybe even longer. Because you're going to need to have access to more money in order to fix it. Because here's the problem with these credit problems. It costs you more to fix it, even by yourself. You should be able to fix it by yourself. You don't need no one else to fix it. When people go to people to fix it, you should go to somebody because you really don't know or don't understand the credit thing and you need help because stuff is that bad, right? Well, that's the only way, the reason you should go to somebody else. Where you mess it up so bad that you need help fixing it. Other than that, pay everything on your thing off. Is when you grab your credit report, see what's on there that you owe for real, and then start paying it off. Now you might want to call a legit person to write you a letter, or write that letter or do all that other work because you don't have the time to do it and pay them to do that, right? But you should never pay anybody to handle your money for you, right? But a lot of women were doing this, is mainly black women. My credit is good. All right. This woman, a black woman, went in 30 days from a credit score of 350 to 890. Not really possible. But how did they do that? They go to women like this, and through fraudulent methods, they do a whole bunch of illegal stuff. And now these people are running around. Yeah, I got some good credit. Now I got some good credit. Here's the other problem with that. Now that she's caught doing what she was doing, everybody that she was doing it for, their credit, not only have they lost their money, because when you ask somebody to help you, you are still responsible. You're paying them to help you. All right. And if you're not watching what they do and they do something, or you don't want to know what they do, you say, just here's my receipts. Here's this, fix it. Right. You're still going to be held accountable because it's your stuff. Okay. It's your stuff. But this is the microwave generation. Microwave. We look for quick, fast hits. We look for quick, fast money, right? And somebody that really haven't been paying attention to my channel is going to give me $2,000. I was like, nope, I smell a rat. But they have my Cash App and stuff. But then going to ask me to send them $60 so that they could give me $2,000. And then the more I thought about that, I said, no, I'm putting this dude on blast because I'm tired of so-called black people trying to defraud Afro people. We ain't rich like that. And they're part of the reason why we ain't rich like that. We gotta navigate through all these scams from black people who are looking to scam. All right. And that's the issue. That's the issue. All right. And so basically, when you get back down to it, the other scam. So they talk, you got a lot of these people running around talking about, hold on. You got a lot of these people running around talking about the people going to Brazil, going to Venezuela, right? Why are they going? because the women in the United States are no good. The women in the United States were defrauding them. The women in the United States were taking our children, half our income, our home, and everything. So if it's up to us to go live on the beach, all right, meet some decent women. I mean, when you really look at it, we go live on the beach, meet some decent women, all right, then that's what we're going to do. But no, ooh, boogeyman, boogeyman, boogeyman. Ooh, be afraid, be afraid. All right, be afraid. And so you got a lot of these people online trying to discourage brothers from going overseas to get a better life. Because with all these scammers here, all right, so you got the financial scams, you got the dating scams, you got the dating scam coaches, all right, and you got people that's just trying to defraud us out of everything, all right, and then brothers is finding happiness, but people don't want to listen to the brothers. They want to listen to some disgruntled female talk about how the Filipinos don't like Afro brothers. And that's not true. That's not true at all. Matter of fact, that's another bold-faced lie. But you see, they tell these lies because they're trying to stop this onslaught of brothers finding happiness in the arms of other women. Because they can't find the black woman ain't about making nobody happy but herself. Right? At the end of the day, the reason why the woman was making a comment about the men, because she realized that she was in competition with a lot of these dudes' mother, because the mother had raised them not to be men. The mothers had raised their husbands. That the man that did they raised their sons to be the man that they never had. And it isn't that the man didn't want to be with them. They're the reason the man that didn't want to be with them. All right. And so this is what you have. All right. This is what you have. This is the nature of what you have. All right. So now you got to look at something else too. So you got these types of fraud going on. So now you got these women that are committing fraud by lying to you and not taking accountability for the SH that they did. Oh yeah, yeah. Hey, SC May. They ain't look. This is what the Hotep crew, these pro wax. This is what they don't want. This is what they don't want other brothers to know. We're telling brothers is because there is something better for us on the other side. Right? Yeah, but here's the thing. Yes, I think about that a lot. Hold on. Brother, I'm going to keep it real. That is a thought that have crossed my mind. That is literally a thought that has crossed my mind. All right. That's a thought that, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm like, wow, yeah, Yeah, yep. I see Egypt. And then here's the other thing. And remember, I'm saying we should consider them fraud because I went over in the first part the definition of repentance and stuff like that. All right, you can't, as a group, be marching with white people to kill babies in your womb. And let's be clear. All right, let's be clear on this. The abortion argument is another system of fraud that these women are talking about. They're talking about their body, their choice, but they're not destroying their body. As a matter of fact, what they're doing is they're putting their bodies at risk for cancer in the future. And because abortion is a medical procedure, they're putting their bodies at risk again. Right? Now, the women are not. Here's the thing. Let's talk about some definitions, right? Anytime a woman came and said it is her right to terminate a pregnancy, tell her you're not terminating a pregnancy, you're killing a child. I'm gonna explain this in a minute. They are not terminating a pregnancy, they are killing a child. The reason why they're using these fancy words is to hide the fact that they're killing a child. Let me tell you why there is a difference. So they're going to defraud you by taking your seed saying it is my body, my choice, right? It is not about their health either, because by design, they were designed by nature, by the Most High, however you want to call it, to get pregnant, carry a baby to term, and nourish that baby in their womb. The same way they would have to nourish that baby outside of their womb. All right. So let's talk about this for a second. This is how you shut them down and everything. Almost everything that they do and that they're supporting is a culture of death and evil to us as a community. And it is a thing that demolishes our numbers. They want to call it something fancy. We're terminating a pregnancy, but they're not terminating a pregnancy. And this is, so I want you to get some understanding. The reason why they are not terminating a pregnancy, because as soon as her body starts developing those hormones to shut down the production of estrogen primarily, to go into producing more prolactin so that she can lactate or produce breast milk, right? Then her body is changing to pregnancy from the first division of those cells. So this is why a child starts at conception. All right, for every individual to be who they are, it started at conception. It didn't start at any point after conception. It started at conception. The cells divided and DNA went to where it was supposed to be. Chromosomes went to where it's supposed to be. And it kept doing this, dividing until it made a bigger you, a bigger you, a bigger you, a bigger you. But it didn't make a blob and then you. No, it was making specifically a you from the beginning. Only it started with the telomeres, the anomeres, the chromosomes. It started at that level to be you. You started as DNA. Okay, so this continues. And so then the woman gets a reverse in hormones that stops her cycle. Okay, because new hormones come like with HCG, human chorionic gonadotropin. That's what we test for, right? And so that hormone starts multiplying. prolactin starts multiplying. And so, and this is why, well, it stops the cycle, right? Because the egg is doing this thing. You got the egg up there and stuff. And then she starts to produce breast milk, and she starts to produce all these things, right? This is why an abortion doesn't terminate the pregnancy. When a woman has an abortion and kills the baby, and they D and C and D&E that baby from her womb, all those hormones are still working. Let me repeat this. All those hormones are still working because she has not terminated the pregnancy cycle. She killed the baby that would terminate the pregnancy cycle. That would go up, turn around, be in the canal, deal with the placenta, make this stuff, and then through natural birth, that's how you terminate a pregnancy. Through birth. Birth is the thing that terminates the pregnancy. It is the thing that tells your body to stop producing all them hormones to make a baby grow. That baby going out of that birth canal or the C-section, right? When the baby is ripped from you, the body still, that woman's body for a while thinks that it still is supposed to be producing this stuff for a baby. That woman still have breast milk if she has a late enough abortion. But she, for a while, is still going to produce that prolactin, that lactate, right? And this is why women who have abortions are at a higher risk of breast cancer than women that carry a child to term. You see how I said that? Carry a child to term, terminate. All right. So with this said, they know that they are killing your seed. They know, but they want that power. They're not interested in your happiness. They're not interested in building up the community. All right. And so when they go, my body, my choice, no, just call them murderers for the murderers that they are, the ones who've had it. And then the ones that's marching around with these Caucasians, just tell them you're. And here's the thing. And the weird thing is you got more Caucasians standing up for men. More Caucasian women are standing up for men than you got black women standing up for Afro men. Let that sink in. You have some women, like a few scant women that's trying to stand up for Afro men. But for the most part, we got a plethora of women that are aligning themselves with those that want us destroyed. And they're not only coming after us men, but they're coming after those other women, calling them stuff like pick-me's and stuff. Think about it. Black women made a derogatory name for other women that appreciate good men and think that they should be united with a good man. This is the cycle of adversarial relationship that these women are playing and that they have created for us. This is it, y'all. And this is what should be concerning. If you are brethrens, this should be concerning for you. Very concerning. All right, because this is really out of order. This is out of order. Hold on. All right, and so basically, this is a serious problem that we have here. All right, in that our women that did any friend, anything closely related to a friend that we're supposed to have. All right, and so and this is how we do. This is what we have to do. All right, this is what we have to do. We need to beware. We need to be aware of all this stuff. All right. And the reason why we need to be aware of this stuff is that these women here, whoo, Lord of mercy, right? They just don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn. And they're telling us they don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about nothing. And the only thing they really, and not a child, they don't care about a child. Um, they don't care. Let's see, they don't care about much of nothing. They really don't. All right. And so, hold on. Uh, Hold on. All right. And so, you really, 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 really got to be careful. All right. You really got to be careful. And the reason why you have to be careful is that we got a bunch of women that really don't give a damn. They really don't give a damn, right? What I'm doing is I'm setting things up, and I'm going to show y'all where I'm at. What? Hold on. Oh, damn. I can't see. There we go. All right. So basically, this is the nature of what's going on. This is the nature of what's going on. All right. Now, let's look at some other stuff. So we get disrespected a lot, right? And women see these women here as a threat, right? Because they're the wrong skin color. Now, here's the sad part. When men get with women, we don't get with them based on skin color. I'm going to leave this up here because I know this really pisses them off. Because, and it pisses them off because it's something that they don't want to strive to be. And this is the other problem. The BAW in the United States have told themselves, convinced themselves, told their daughters that they don't need to be wives. Right? That they don't need to be wives. And so in this is another fraud, but now they have defrauded their own children. It's because, and I'm going to tell you, they defrauded their own children for a number of reasons. One of the main reasons they defrauded their children is they wanted to compete with their daughters. And so in order to compete with their daughters, they had to tell the daughters, oh, y'all don't get an older man. Think about this. This is the other fraud. Do not get an older man that would be able to take care of you and a child. You should marry somebody your own age. But the young dudes don't know anything about that. Okay? Actually, I'm not being petty, but I'm just making a point. And that's the point I'm making. That they tried to be petty and lie and say these women don't want Afro men. But when you go and look around almost everywhere, they desire Afro men. Hey, what's up, young boy 24? They desire Afro men. Yeah, and so well, and here's the thing. So they like the old white males, but even with the aged men, they prefer the. If you go to the Philippines and they see you could take care of them as a brother, oh, you in. You are in. See, what people don't understand is the Philippines. Good evening, David. The Philippines is primarily in a melanated country. It just don't look that way because of what they put in their magazine. See, the Hollywood, the United States had convinced the entire world to kind of be racist. All right, and that they convinced that, right? And I'm thinking like, okay, no. So here's the thing. And then when I got down here, somebody was like, I didn't know there was that many black people in Colombia. And I was like, but yep, there is. There's a lot of Afro people in Colombia. All right. There is. And then so I put up some videos today, and go if you can go watch them, right? And I'm gonna put one up on about the Black Panther movie thing and what was leaked. And y'all need tomorrow morning I'm gonna put it up. So tomorrow sometime y'all go back and watch that one too. That's going to be important, right? Everybody is trying to destroy us. It's like the racist Caucasians are working together. Now, here's the thing. We got other brothers, Caucasian, that are standing up like, no, because now I think they see that once they destroy us, they're coming after them next. Right. So there's a lot of blacks, a lot of melanated Colombians, but they're the descendant of slaves, but only they remember. All right, and they keep that as part of their history because they were able to free themselves in Colombia. Like I said, Palenque, the first free town, and remember, it's named Palenque because of the palisades, the wooden planks, right? That they used to guard against people trying to come back and try to find them. Yes, 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 yes. Hey, go ahead, Texas Marine, you up?
Hey, two things. I have this. I just hit this thought. Just hit me with stuff you were saying. I'm believing that the whole issue, especially with these women, mainly the melanated ones, about reproductive health care that they call termination. The issue with the bans that aren't bans, the limits, is because they don't have enough time to figure out if it's a male or female.
Ah,
If you extend that out, they know for a fact what gender it is or what it
right,
should be assigned at birth. Since a lot of Afro male babies don't make it to term,
right. And
you,
remember,
you put it at six
black
weeks, they
women,
ain't found out nothing.
60% of the babies that black women abort are males.
Yes,
Let that sink in. 60% of the babies that black women abort are males.
I dare to say then probably 60 or 80% of the children that are black babies that are killed are males later on in life.
Yes.
So the other thing is what you just said about the people in Palenque, they remember where they came from. I remember talking with my older grandmother because she was I remember meeting her and I was like 11 years old, and she
Uh-huh.
would talk about the plantation, which is where anybody from Texas, like you might know, Nabi, Mission Bend was a plantation out there in Ailey. That was a plantation. That's where she
Hmm.
came off of. She used to talk about life on the plantation, but she never said she came across the water. Her family was enslaved and they were already here.
Here.
So,
Exactly.
so a lot of us, like they say, even the Dane Calloway said, a lot of us never came across on them wooden ships. We were already here. Like you said, Turtle Island. We were
Right.
already here. They didn't bring 4 million people across the water on no
Now,
wooden.
and here's the other thing. And remember, before they called us black, we were called Indians.
Mm-hmm. And remember what
Now,
they
let me say this. And you could correct that on, you can go get a Social Security S5, SS5, and recorrect and identify yourself as to what you are. You're not black because that's a color, right? And so you are Indian because that's what they classified you as. And Indian was like the people that were here first. And yes, we came from Africa because everybody did.
even they
You see what
did.
I mean? And so yeah, they could trace us back to Africa because that's where we came from. That we came from that continent, either through Pangea or we came across on boats on the two currents that circle in the Atlantic. Oh, easily. We were circumnavigating the Americas before white people. Okay, and so that was basically it. We had a lot of great societies that were here before white people got here. Before white people got here, the pyramids were here. When you look at the Azteca, before the Azteca went into Montezuma and all the places, those places existed. They didn't build those. They were already built. So if they didn't build them, if the Aztecs didn't build all that stuff, and they were the power, then who built them? Who was here before them? And the Mayans. And so if you look at Mayan culture have black gods. The god of Wisdom and the Hunt is an Afro melanated, and I'm talking about my color, melanated. All right, that's not by accident.
Hey, Navi, there's a actually a Jewish scientist who basically alluded to the fact they found statues. They've been finding digging up statues in farms and stuff in southern Mexico and Central America that have the same facial features as statues in Japan and China.
Yeah, and
And those
they're
are black
Afro.
features. Those are
Hey,
black
what's
features.
up, Zemalu? All
And they
right,
say
hey,
if you keep digging, if you keep the deeper they dig, the blacker the planet getting.
Now let me tell you something else. All right, we're talking about scams, right? I show brother Texas Marine. Well, let me say this. There was a brother that was supposed to come here, help us out, bring a bag. I still haven't heard from them, but fortunately, they talked to Texas Marine, and we was able to navigate. We was able to navigate and kind of correct some things, right? And so, allow Mike and Cam. And so, Texas Marine, and oh, hold on. All right, hold on. Man, I can't stand some of the times. Hold on. Okay, there's the mic. All right, hold on. I'm trying to get some stuff. Hold on for a second. But in any case, all right. In any case, so there's a lot of stuff going on and stuff that people are trying to keep hidden from us. And so we would um like and they're finding a lot of stuff.
Dare to say that they've always found it, but because that everything happens instantly with social media and the World Wide Web, that it's hard to hide it. They can't really hide it now because it'll come out as soon as it happens.
Right. And so and so basically okay, there we go. And so with them doing that, basically, I'm trying to get this set up so that okay, so now we can go back, so I can show y'all the place, and so when we talk about all these scams and stuff, right? When we look at all these scams and things, um, what's happening is that um, hold on. Hold on for a second. And so, man, this is crazy. All right, I'm trying to show y'all something, but hold on. All right, I was going to show y'all the place. Um, so let me go into my permissions. But in any case, what's happening is that they're trying to keep a lot of stuff secret from us, and now that everything is coming out, and people are just really starting to just lose it. They're really starting to lose it because there is so much stuff coming out about who we really are and stuff like that. Now, the other thing is, right? The other thing is that a lot of these people, they have some kind of issues with and it's really hard for and it's hard for black women to get over how much authority that the Afro man had, right? And so as we travel and find, and with all the people traveling, with all the brothers traveling and stuff, we finding out some sh. All right, and a lot of people are having problems with what we are finding out. What were you going to add something to that text?
Well, it when like I seen, like you said, when we leave here and go to a place that's not as restrictive, even though you're exposed to more historical knowledge, especially of ourselves and what
Yeah.
by being down in these so-called third world countries, than you get here because it's out in the open and it's not been restricted, and people know, even of our age group and younger, about their actual history going back to before slavery. Things that we cannot find out here without trying to be like Indiana Jones and Temple of Doom. You can't find it out here because it's a struggle to find out, but you find it out everywhere else. And that's what,
Right.
even in Russia, they still show a black Madonna. They don't hide it in Russia, but they're restrictive. Come on, really?
Yeah. And so it's just kind of it's kind of crazy that this thing hold on, that this thing is a thing, right? That it is to the point where people want things so hidden that it's ridiculous, right? But it can't be hidden. It's like,
Their own advancements in technology have exposed them for not telling the truth. It's like as this stuff comes out, it's going to prove to the point that your superiority was based on a construct that you made, not reality.
uh-huh. For some reason, this thing is just really crazy. All right, so Basically, so then the thing it would be like, so what would be the answer? You see, and it's all about what we're going to do with it. It's all about what we have to do with it. And
Yeah, well,
StreamYard won't let me stream.
it's like that line from the Matrix that proves to be true. It's probably the most truest line in there. Free your mind. You have to free your mind from what you've been taught to actually get educated in the truth.
Uh-huh. Well, I was going to show y'all the hotel, but for some reason in Chrome, StreamYard don't want to work. Hold on, let me do this. See if this works now. In camera. Chrome, for some reason, blocked my mic and camera.
What?
For a StreamYard, Chrome has blocked my mic and camera.
I know when I do it on my phone, I actually do it in the Samsung. I do it in a Samsung's web browser. So they used to do that to me all the time. Also, I could
Uh,
see, I could see, but I couldn't talk, and you couldn't see me.
right, and so, and I wonder, and it won't let me use StreamYard won't let me use it won't let me use Mozilla.
Yeah. Uh, on my computer now, on this computer, I'm using AVG's browser.
Uh-huh. And and yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. Downloads things advanced. So for some reason, I wanted to show y'all what was going on in the hotels here, right? Let's see if I can make this. And I just don't get it. I don't get it at all. But anyway, so what we were saying is like there's a lot going on, right? And here's the thing. I really wanted to show you this hotel because it is the other scam, right? Um, I really haven't had the opportunity. Oh, let's see this. Device default. I don't understand. I don't understand. Okay, so let's do this. All right, now let's see. Okay, let's see if I can get back to StreamYard. And this is the reason I really And some of the times I really just hate Google. I really hate Google because it's mess like this. And they're saying the browser blocked your mic and camera. Why would the browser do that? And how are they doing that?
It's not saying why it blocked it.
No. And even when I go and look into the settings and stuff like that, new tab, new log on. Let me look at it like this. How to unblock your camera and mic in the Chrome browser. Okay, settings in privacy and security. And you can't even. They don't even have something down here for privacy and security in a Chrome browser. All right, so let me just go up here in the browser. All right, hit settings. And this is just really pathetic. Google and stuff messes up so much stuff. We can't trust anything, especially when we are trying to get some stuff done, right? Click more settings. And so they're asking you to click something that does not exist. And so here is the problem with this, right? And okay, I found it. All right, now let's see. And so I'm gonna take you around the area. All right, let's see if this works. All right, there we go. All right, there we go. All right, so let me take y'all around the hotel and stuff. And y'all excuse this, and I'm gonna show you something because this is the other scam that we have, right? And so I'm gonna give you a tour of what's going on. Let's see. I don't even know what I hit.
Oh, you up there twice?
Okay. One. Okay. I think I'm gonna just leave this. All right, so I want to. All right, that's the right one. My vitamins. All right, put us up in here. All right. As soon as I, okay, there we go. All right, brothers. Now, one of the things I want to tell y'all as I move away from the speaker system.
That's a big room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like that.
All right. So, all right, this room I paid maybe 54, um, 60, right? Now, there is a season for all of us. Trying to get rid of that. How many times have I been here, man? Bless you. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is where I'm at. So this, some of the stuff I got for Bertha, and some for some of the sisters that support the channel,
Those are nice.
right? And or support me. All right. So I try to look out for them, the ones that look out for me, even the ones I argue with, because they still look out for me. We fam.
It's not an
All right.
argument.
So,
It's a discussion.
huh?
It's not an argument. It's an honest discussion.
No, that's an argument. Cause I ain't gonna, I'm not giving, I'm not giving, I don't give family a pass if something is out of order. Bottom line, I'd be like, man, that mess is out of order. And eventually they come around. And some of the time I surprise them. They like, hold on, let me go grab hold on, grab my wallet. All right, so here is a tour of this place.
There we go.
Now I can't see the screen.
Did we lose you? I think we lost him. We might have lost him. I think we lost him for a second. Now he's saying Thailand women are wife material. He was putting that up because he knew he put the Asian woman up because he knew that the BAWs would hate it.
All right, can you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you and see you.
Okay. All right, let's go on the trip.
You know you got 3 pictures up, right?
All right, what time is it? It's 2200. All right. And so all their rooms are huge. All the rooms are huge here. All right. Now, with all the huge rooms, I'm looking at paying roughly
Oh,
I know y'all lost me for a little bit.
still got you? I think.
I know y'all should be able to hear me now.
Yeah.
And just excuse me for a little bit, because I just went to another spot. Um, they had some kind of event here. So they kind of had an event here. Um, this is the pool area. The gym is off the chain too. Maya. Okay. So the gym is off the chain. The gym is closed. The gym closes at 10. Yeah. The gym closes at 10. The gym closes at 10. The dining closes at 10, and the pool closes at 10. Say some. So breakfast is, and so I need to show y'all the breakfast, right? So the breakfast starts at 6 in the morning, right? Now, a lot of the footballers come here, or the soccer players come here. All right, my friend, the security guard, diferente. Puedes movimiento. Yeah. So showing them my game. So I'm back up a little bit. So you got the mall area. Now, for the dining, for breakfast, the breakfast is a spread. All right, it is a big spread, right? All right, and I'm saying that you have so much stuff. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Let me explain this thing about the women. All right, and why a lot of black women have a hard time finding good Afro men. Time finding good Afro men because they do not know men are who are good. All right, let me repeat that. They do not go where Afro men are who are good. They'll go other places and try to compete with us because that's everything that they do. It's a competition. They're trying to compete with us. All right, and we ain't trying to compete with them. As a matter of fact, we're not trying to be around them, right? So they want the men to stay single that they don't want because it's a reflection on them. If you look at the floor, this is all right. So everything is a reflection of on them. All right. So one of the things is when the stuff come in. So I had to pay extra money to have soccer balls. See if
Sí, porque yo que se na fianzada.
hey, look. Yeah, sí.
Bueno.
Sí, bueno. Ah,
Oh.
20. 20 cosas, how you say arrive?
Ah, ok, de regalos.
Y regalos. So, regalos aquí?
Sí.
Sí, cosas regalos aquí.
Regalos.
Regalos. Hey y'all. So this is my friend here. She's teaching me Spanish. I'm gonna teach her English. These are my other friends. These are my, okay. So let me see what y'all had. All right. So those are my friends. All right, those are my friends. So let me get back on up. And I was just too slow. Buenas. ¿Cómo le va?
De 8, o sea, a las 8 ejercicio, sí. Y desayunamos con apenas el ejercicio.
Sí. Habla portugués, sí, sí, sí. Ajá.
Fala
Mi mente so agora é português, agora é espanhol. So muitos confusos. But é flamenguista, não. Sou flamenguista.
Yes.
10, sim. 10 aqui?
Yes, yes, yes.
10?
For you.
Ah, sim. Ah, português? Okay. So, all right. So basically, so that's the tour of the hotel. And all right.
That's a damn apartment. Oops, excuse my language. That's an apartment. You got a living area with a bedroom.
And so let me turn this off.
Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself.
There we go. So I wanted to show y'all that because one of the things that I wanted to show you is like so the in the dining hall, right? In the dining hall, all right, breakfast is totally free. For breakfast, I can get my eggs made the way I like them, like with mushrooms, onions, tomatoes, cheese, and stuff like that. Basically, what I got. And the room itself is, if you get here the right time of year, and if you're going to travel here because you need to get away from all the riffraff, the best time to travel here is during the school year. So they have a regular school year like us, right? They're not like Brazil, right? This is Filipina. So um, that so this is what I say. The thing with the wifey material is like Filipina versus Thailand. Thailand is girlfriend material. Filipina wifey material. Colombia versus Brazil. Um, Brazil girlfriend material. Colombia wifey material. Right. Okay, and so this is basically that. And y'all saw the lady in the, that came out to meet me that was in a restaurant, right?
Oh yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so the lady in the restaurant, all right, and so those are people I'm cool with in the restaurant. They were very hard, and and so they've been here a minute. I've seen every time I've come here, I see them, we talk and stuff, and so that's the nature of what happens when you leave the United States. Okay.
Hey, bro. Can you hear me? Can anyone in the chat hear me? Can anybody in the chat hear me? Oh, so he went down. Okay. All right. Thank you, Zimmerlu. I'm gonna I'm gonna ask him to when he's talking about the price. He kind of went out. I'm asking him to repeat that when he get back in. When I went down there, we were in the Diamond Radisson in Bear the Kid. It looked like that was better. Looked like the hotel he's in now was way better than the Diamond Radisson. And he said it is.
My internet went away from my room.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Navi.
And so, huh?
Hey, when you were talking about what you paid for the hotel, you went out. We didn't hear nothing. The screen froze up.
Okay. So what I pay for this room, it could be like $56 or 61. All right. And so basically, you could get and it could be lower that it depends on the season. It depends on the time of year. All right. It depends on the time of year. And so basically that's what you're looking at. You're looking at $56. Um, and so the summer now with school back in, let me say this. With school a thing, you have to just really change. You have to change how you make these trips, right? And so you got to understand the school cycle for each of these countries, right? And and just to clear up some confusion, all right, just to clear up some confusion, right? When we say this woman is from the Philippines, when they say wifey material, they're talking about the Philippines. And more specifically, they're talking about going down to the Philippines and staying in the Philippines. All right. So when they're talking about this wifey material, they're saying going to the Philippines and then staying in the Philippines. You see what I mean? All right. And one of the other things I want y'all to know. One of the other things that I want y'all to know. So you saw the lady that met me at the door of the restaurant. The restaurant was closed. All right. But I opened the door for the other ladies that had their hands full, right? If you notice how we greeted each other, did y'all notice that? I
Didn't
know
see
you.
it.
Huh?
We couldn't see it, but we heard it. We heard y'all talking.
Oh, okay. I probably didn't have. So y'all didn't see her at all?
We saw the lady with the worker that was there with the hat on and the mask on. We saw her like almost like a side of her because she was off a little cut off. But we did get a good look at her a couple times.
Okay. So she came out and hugged me. Like we hugged each other and huh?
We didn't see that.
Y'all probably, yeah, y'all couldn't see that probably because we was hugging each other, right? So she comes out and she hugs me, right? And everybody that, especially the night shift, right? Because the night shift, some of the times I eat there. There's a favorite dish I have, and so I tip them, which they don't get tips here, right? And so yeah, you don't have to tip here. I just do things for them because without having a tip, with knowing that they're not going to get a tip, these people bend over back, especially if they bend over backwards to make sure you have everything you need, right? When you stay long enough and you start to develop a friendship and stuff like that, people look out for you. So I look out for them, right? I see them that need an extra hand with something, lifting something, I help out because my hands are empty. All right. Here, being polite, just simply being polite goes a long way. Simply being polite goes a long way. All right. And I'm going to just let that sink in. Simply being polite goes a long way. And so basically, we're talking about you don't need a lot of tips and stuff like that. They're not looking to bleed you dry if they're not driving anywhere, right? All right. And so that's basically it. And so we were genuinely happy to see each other like, hey, because we ain't seen each other in 2 days. I haven't gone down there. And so that's basically it. And so I told them I would bring them stuff from the United States because they look out for people. And they look out for my friends when they come too. Right? Same way like the favelas. All right, they look out for people, and kindness goes a long way. And so this is why a lot of brothers are traveling, because in the United States, if they see you're kind, they'll scam you or try to scam you. Right? It's just that if there is such toxicity with everybody trying to come after you, not to be with you, but to get what you have. Okay, let me break that down. They're trying to get what you have, not be with you. And that's the nature of the beast in the United States. People are tired of living that life where people are only after what you have. So people are tired of that life. And so the harder it is to find a good partner, a good woman to be with, all right, the easier it is to get a passport and travel. Oh, and the easier the lifestyle is once you get that passport and travel, the more people appreciate not being in the United States. Because United States is good if you on a hustle. It's good if you're chasing dollars. Right? But it's bad if you want peace, serenity. It's bad if you want to just take a moment and rest without having to watch your back. And that's basically what's going on, people. Dudes are picking their battles, and they're saying, you know what, but I'm tired of battling. Let me go somewhere where I don't have to fight as much, fight with someone as much. But this is the Philippines. This is why people are talking bad about brothers traveling to the Philippines. This is why this the new scam now is you got people that come up and say they're travelers and the Filipinos don't like brothers. And that's a lie. Brothers are liked everywhere, more than people want you to believe. Understand this. Brothers are liked everywhere, more than people want you to believe.
Yep.
More than people want you to believe. Brothers are liked everywhere. Simply from being able to get that way, get to a place. Especially if they see that you are a brother that's good and about his stuff. They use simps, but they like brothers. Like if they see you as husband material, they want to get with you. Understand, they'll either see you as a simp to be played because you talking about how much booty you going to get, or you come down here with a lick of sense, with your stuff together, and even if you get booty, they're like, you know what? Oh, that looked like a man that looks like he got his stuff together. He's kind of the person to settle down with. Go ahead, Zimalu. What were you going to add? You on, Zimalu?
He's mute. There you go. There you go. Unmute.
Hey, brothers, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
What's going on?
Man, not much. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna add to that, man. I was talking to a woman from Indonesia today, and some of the stuff you're saying, she told me the same thing. It just kind of came out of nowhere. She apologized before she said it, but she said, I shouldn't assume that all Asians prefer to be friends or just like white people. You know, she said she prefers speaking with, black people more because when talking to us, we're more genuine and more caring than the white folks. And she just kind of came out of nowhere with that, because I told her one day I would visit soon, and she got real excited, and then she just came out of nowhere with that. And then she said, yeah, usually, some Asians do prefer to speak with white people, but she said that's not the case with me. She pointed out the particular races of people she didn't like, but as far as black people, she said that's not true. A lot of Asians don't just choose white folks all the time. So I thought that was interesting. I learned that today.
And here's the thing, though, and this is what people miss. It is the white people that Asians choose because of money. Because that's what Hollywood told them. It's the white man with money. The black man don't have no money. But when a black man travels to somewhere, black man don't have money. He has entertainment value. He's the partier, and so they're looking like, so okay. So if I want money, get the Caucasian. If I want to have fun, get with the Afro man. And what do people want most that live in a place that where they struggle a lot? All right, they want money, but they want to have fun. And when they see a brother that traveled there, understand the thought process. He traveled. He went, got a passport, got on a plane, and flew over here. That means they got fun with money. Think about that for a second, because that's how they're thinking. You flew on a plane over here just like the white man flew on a plane over here. Y'all see what I'm saying? So now, as far as money, you're kind of on equal footing because a lot of people know that when we look at white men that travel, it's usually the Australians that got money. But the young white men, they got as much money as the young Afro men that travel. All right. The thing is that when we go somewhere, we don't travel with the attitude that we're entitled to them because of our skin color. Just let that sink in for a second. Zimalu, is this you popping back in again? Go ahead, Zimalu. You back on.
No, I was just listening to you. I mean, I don't know what happened.
All right, uh let me remove this one. Okay, and so that's basically it. And so basically people that's what people don't understand. It's not about money all the time when money is kind of the equalizer. You see what I mean? It's not about money when the money is the equalizer. They'll look at it, they're like, okay, the black man is over here and the white man is over here. So who's more fun? Or who they could get to marry them first.
Facts.
I mean, that's basically it because everybody's looking for a level of security. You see what I mean? And so that's where everything is. When it comes down to it, right? Brothers don't understand. A lot of these dudes that listen to these other channels, they don't understand what's really going on. I basically live here when I come here, right? And I come here to these two places often. And so dudes are like, well, you don't know more than me because I traveled to a bunch of different places. And I said, well, maybe I do because I travel to the places where everybody else come to, only I stay there longer than you travel, right? And so I don't know the area well, but I know the people well because I prefer to get to know the people. You see what I'm saying? And so that's basically it. So it's one of them things. It's one of them things that you got to look at. We are appreciated outside of the United States, and like Zimalu said, they some of them will come straight up and tell you we prefer the Afro men because they more real. All right, but the thugs can mess it up. The simps, because simps go and they mess up everything. Right? They go and mess up everything because they don't think for themselves. They're thinking for the VW that don't want them. All right. But then when you really think about it, they're probably only going to mess it up for themselves. So I don't think we really have to worry about the simps outside of the United States. They are dangerous inside the United States. They're the ones that's putting out all the false reports. Oh, they don't the Filipinas. So this is a Filipino, and that's who they're saying don't like Afro men, but that is not true. Period. That is not true. All right.
I mean,
There's
some
a
of the
lot of
stuff I heard them say is
women
ridiculous.
from the Philippines, huh?
I was just saying some of the stuff I hear those guys say is ridiculous, man. They go to these other channels and talk about, man, I've been over here and you still have to have game. I'm like, okay, if that's what you think. It's ridiculous the stuff I hear them say. This whole game stuff is
And you
I'm
know,
tired
and
of
here's
it.
the thing. If you want a good woman, the worst thing you can get a woman by that's a good woman is game. If a woman requires game for you to get with her, she's not a good woman. Let me repeat that again. If a woman requires game from you to get her attention, they be like, his game was weak. That's why I didn't get with him. Then she's not worth being with. Brothers, that y'all better understand that if you don't understand anything else. If a woman requires game for you to get with her, she is not worth getting with. Period. No woman worth salt wants a man to have game to get with her. No woman worth salt. This is something white women figure out. Like all these big athletes and stuff, and these dudes marrying up these white women. They don't have game. They have stability, and stability is that their game. The white women look at that. Oh, he got stability. I want to be with that man. And the black woman is looking for him to have game, to come up with some smooth talk, Billy D. Williams. That's the movies. If you want a movie man, okay, then good. Congratulations with being run through, and I hope you like Cats. Right? Real men don't want to use game to get with a woman. Period. We don't want none of that stuff. Game with no, we don't want game. We ain't trying to have game. We ain't trying to be with game. We are just going to be ourselves. If you don't want us for ourselves, then you don't want us. That's how we look at it. But this game thing, oh, you got to have game. No, we saying no. Skip us on the game thing. Because one, I'm not performing for you to get with you. The only performance that I'm gonna have is my stability. Be like, yep, my finances are together. I'm a thinking man. All right, and I got my stuff together. Period. End of story. And if that ain't what you looking for, you have to have this extra game thing. Is because the game outweighs the quality of me being a man. Then, oh no, then I don't want you. You the woman I don't want. You see what I'm saying? And they be like, oh, his game was weak. Right? So a woman that's running around that somebody has to have game, that's a woman that's probably going to be run through by all the thug thizzles for shizzle my nizzles. All the players have had the thing. Because this is why they're looking for game. They have been too run through by everybody, and so they base the quality of who they are based on a performance of a man who's trying to get with them. Hence, game. You got to have game, right? And so, yeah, a woman requiring you to have game, that's the woman you stay away from, stay way away from, because she's no good. She's no good for you. She ain't even good for herself. Right? You don't need game to get with a good woman. Hold on. Yeah. If a woman is feeling you, you don't need game. And so, and so that's why a lot of these dudes are zooming to Thailand, going to other places and stuff like that, right? And it's stuff. And women, these women have a knack for being able to tell if you're husband type material. All right. They have a knack for telling whether or not you're husband material or not. They just, it's just this thing, because that's what they're looking for. That's what they were taught to look for. Now, I am going to say this. The one that came out to meet me and stuff like that, last year, or had COVID not hit, I'm gonna tell you, man, might have been with her already. All right, because we was eyeing each other last year. But what happened was, like I have somebody I'm kind of interested in, and not kind of interested in, I am very interested in, right? And so basically they took up that space. All right, they took up that space. All right, and so And basically, and I am content with that decision. All right, I'm content with that decision. I'm like, okay, yeah, this. I'm winning with this one, so I'm content with that decision, right? And so, and I didn't need game. I didn't need game for either one of them. All I needed to do was be a nice person. All right, all this BS, you need game, this, that, and the other. Any woman requiring you to need game, once she ain't interested in you for you, and she's looking to be lied to. Let me say that again. Any woman run around here, yeah, you got to have game to get with me. She's looking to be lied to. She's not looking for an honest man. She's looking to be lied to. She's looking to be out in them streets. She's running them streets, y'all. All right, and we got to start realizing that for what it is. She running the streets. She belongs to the streets. She belongs to the city. She belongs to the streets. All right, and that's what y'all got to realize, because good women don't want men who have game, because they're not interested in having game run on them. Game stability isn't in game. They looking for stability, and you can't have game and be stable. Your game might make it seem like you stable, but it's game. It's not the truth. It's game. So any women that run around, oh, he ain't got no game, talking about they want to be lied to, they ain't worth it. Brothers, mark my word, they ain't worth it. All right. So, y'all have any parting words?
Yeah. Hey, but now we're talking about game. If you notice, and I've seen it, we was walking around Baton Key. We not dressed all fly. We ain't got the highest gear. We walking. It's two black men walking around with military backpack with patches on, and women eyeing us up. He got women walking up to him because he speaks the language. He ain't dropping no lines. Them women down there, they can see it from the way you carry yourself to how you interact with people. They know. You don't need game. You just need to be a righteous, moral man, or trying to live righteous, moral man. And then women see it, and the women, not the girl babe boos, not the hot chick, not the boss bees, the women seek out men of righteous, moral fortitude. That's what they
want. And they know this because you're polite.
Yes. And you ain't hitting on everyone walk by. You ain't breaking your neck to check out every woman that walk by.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, because you don't need to, because you're the catch.
Mm-hmm.
But bottom line, when I walk somewhere, I know that I should be the prize, because hey, I got my stuff together, so I'm the prize. I'm the prize, right? I'm the one that's going to be.
Brothers, keep in mind, when you go down there, our position here in society is not our position there.
Yes.
Just getting there. If you can get a ticket to get down there and have $500 in your pocket, you are not the bottom 10% or 30% or 40% automatically. I got down there and I kept getting flabbergasted by, like, wait a minute, I'm broke. Well, no, I was broke in America. There, I'm almost middle class.
Right, and here's the thing, and don't look at it as being broke. It's just that they like simpler things, like go out, have a beer. Can you afford to go out and have a beer? Right? The restaurants ain't going to break you.
It don't take much. I bought the girl a soda and a bag of chips, and she was ecstatic. We sat at the bowling table and talked for 30 minutes.
Over a bag of chips. Oh, what did a black woman say to talk to her? You got to take her to Papacito's Red Lobster or something? All right, but here, a bag of chips and soda pop, and you can sit down there and have a good conversation. That was right.
Yeah, it's simple. It's very simple.
Backwards rider. I've been using. Hey, what's that language program I use?
Living language.
Living language, Duolingual. I use Duolingual and living language. All
I,
right.
I actually ripped the living language to an MP4 file and put it on my phone, and I listen to going to work. And if it's brothers is working, I'm walking in the store. I understood exactly what lotto ticket this lady was trying to get. I didn't even have to try. It just hit me like, oh, she want that. I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah. So living language, it really helps, right? And it helps better than Duolingual because Duolingual you have to, but you use them too. Duolingual will test you on what you think you've learned.
Yeah.
But living language will teach it to you because all you do is just listen to the CDs.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'll check that out.
Okay. And then living language have books and they got a notebook, right? And so you listen to the CDs and then you can follow along in the book too. So see how it's written. All right. So Duolingual helps you test yourself and see what you remember and what mistakes you're making. So it'll correct the error like in like some of the times like de lunes, de martes, de miércoles, right? Because they put DE in front of the days of the week. No, el lunes, EL, see? They put EL in front of el lunes. Oh, ¿cuándo they'll be baking? El lunes, el domingo, right? They have something de la partida, right? De la partida. And so the little things like that, Duolingual will correct, but living language will help you speak, like correr. So the streets here, like where I picked up the stuff, it was calle, 62, right? But it was carrera, right? With that double R. So it was carrera with the CARRARA. No, CARRERA. Carrera, right? And so living language helps you to know when you roll them R's. Carrera. And you can hear them do it, so you can hear how you're supposed to sound. Carrera. Yeah. So carrera 44 or 42. It was 44. Cuatro. Right? Now my problem is not to mix it up with
has a male and
Portuguese.
female voice on it.
Huh?
Living language does male and female, so you can hear a man say it and a woman say it.
Yep. Yeah. And then speaking with the people and stuff like that. And that's how the people at work, all right, they want to know English, right? And so basically I'll sit up there for a minute and we'll talk. I'll talk in English and stuff. And so I'm like, well, so what's this word? What's this word? How you say this word? And they'll help you. And you help them say English. And then they start liking you. Then you become friends and stuff like that. And everybody's cool and everything. You see what I mean? That's how that works here.
I just did that tonight, brothers. I'm actually speaking with a female from Brazil. We just got done talking on WhatsApp. That was a pretty good session.
Mm-hmm. What part of Brazil is she from?
Para, Belém. It's like North Brazil.
Okay. And so so that's basically it. And so this incenses the BAW and her simps. And the simps are mad because they can't do it. Let's just be real. The simps are angry because if they had an opportunity to get a passport, or they weren't so brain dead or brainwashed, then they would be doing what everybody else is doing. All right, but they're angry because they're trapped. Some of them are in relationships with these women, so they can't do anything, or else they'll have to pay the cost, right? And so these dudes are so run by these women that they're afraid of them, and so they attack other brothers, and that's how that goes. But it's a losing battle for them. It's a losing battle for them. So, with that said, I'm about to bust a move. And so I will see everybody back here around 8 o'clock next Saturday. All right, because there's a lot of stuff we need to address. And so we're going to come up with solutions. So with that said, y'all, okay, is everybody good in the panel? All right, just for anger's sake. But anyway, so all right, I'm gonna bust a move. So I'll holler at y'all later. And let me just say this. Special shout out to Brother Dwight. Did I say Brother Dwight? No, Texas Marine, right? Because one of the brothers, he was supposed to bring the soccer balls down, and almost got left hanging. Not because they couldn't show up. I would have been able to understand that, but because they never was going to tell me that they couldn't show up. And so I would have been thinking, had it not been for the brother, and we came up with a solution to ship the soccer balls here to Colombia, which we found out it is prohibitively expensive to ship these balls outside of anywhere that is outside of Colombia. Hey, brother, that might be a conversation to have next Saturday too.
Yeah.
Because y'all asked me why I hand carry everything, and y'all really don't understand. But yeah, we're gonna have that conversation next Saturday. Of how we do stuff, the stuff that I'm trying to do, and how we do it. I have a couple new videos up on my channel that I would like for you all to check out. Let me give you the names of them.
Hey, Daniel, as long as you're not behind on your child support, she cannot stop you from getting the passport. It's if you are behind on child support, that'll stop you. But if you ain't behind on it, that will not stop you from getting
And she still can't stop you. All right.
Behind,
you have to be way behind on your child. There's a threshold. How far behind you? Oh geez, what's the limit?
Oh man, I was just told that if you just on child support just in general, you can't get one.
No,
but I guess
no,
I'm on child. I pay child support, dude.
Yeah, and they
I'm paying child support, y'all.
Yeah, it's not that.
I am paying child support. I'm just not behind on child support. I was never behind on child support, right? And you have to be way behind. So these is Lord, let me see. That's the wrong link. Hold on. All right, this is the link to the videos for y'all to check out, and y'all need to check out the one that I'm putting up on Black Panther too. Not the studio one, so because what they're doing, and this is stuff that we just need to pay attention to, right? They are trying to destroy us. The people in Hollywood, Kevin Feige and them, Hollywood, the industry, I know y'all saw some of y'all saw the replace the bad tent nail. Let me see. I'll see how many people saw that. All right. And so basically, all right. So basically, they are really they are really coming for us. All right. They're really coming for the Afro man. Right. And so, well, I know you don't, Daniel, but no, I'm in that category, right? So yeah, I'm up with my child support. So, and you could be a little bit behind. You just can't be. There's a threshold on how much behind, and I think it's like something like $5,000.
Well, I know it's my thought I had, Charles, her boyfriend, he's 10,000 behind. He can't get one. It blocked him from getting a job outside the country to make about 20,000 in like a year. He couldn't go because he was 10,000 behind.
And that's the sad thing. A black woman that don't want a child can just give the child up. All right. And the brother, he gets trapped into not being able to get good jobs, not having a license, going to jail and stuff. It's slavery.
And you notice more people are talking about that, how a woman can give a child up and she's praised. There's nothing, but a man cannot give a child that he didn't even want. He can't even walk away from financial responsibility and say, well, he's genetically obligated. Well, isn't she?
Right. And so here's the crazy stuff. And for about 10 million men in the United States, it's not even their child. And the woman know it and the court knew it. It's fraud. That's the other fraud thing.
Oh, I just saw something. A guy found a woman gave the child for adoption and never notified the father. He found out they gave the child for adoption without notifying him or without his consent. They had to take that child back from that family and give it to the father. He fought for it, a brother. He fought for that. Like, you can't just put my child up for adoption and not tell me. That's how evil they are.
And they tried to give it back to the mom?
No, she put the child for adoption and didn't tell him she was doing it. He found out. They had to take that child from the family that was adopting it because they never got his consent.
Oh yeah. I did a story about that too.
He was on the birth certificate.
Right. And so basically, these United States is a very evil country. They're evil. The maliciousness of the women on the left, them Democrats, and even the Republicans that do this stuff, they are evil as hell. All the women that's for that, evil as hell. Look at them. They want to murder a baby in their belly. That tells you how evil. That's a level of evil. You want to murder an innocent because, my body, my choice. That don't even make sense. Because you put your body at risk to end the pregnancy by murder instead of terminate it by birth. All right, you put yourself at risk for cancer and all kind of other things, and not to mention the procedure. But like I said, this is not about that. This is about control, the ability to eliminate us, the men and Afro men. And y'all better understand. And most of these females they understand it, but they don't give a damn because they see it as power. The power over life and death. And so that's basically it. And so that's why they're losing. Because we see the wickedness. Now, and here's the thing. And when we see the good ones that want to be taken, we're taking them up. Because guess what? They're on that same thing too. They see what's coming too. And they're fighting with us. So you got some people fighting with us who's fighting against the people who are fighting against us. Right? The ones that's fighting against us, they're going to be left in the wickedness by themselves because we're just not going to deal with them. See, we don't have to be in their vicinity. And that's the thing. If they're not around us, if we're not interacting with them, they have no power over us. Yes, that is the way they made Afro people go extinct in other countries. They used the white men to get a bunch of the women pregnant and they kept on doing it until they bleached out everything and made the Afro men go extinct. They killed the babies. Yeah, period. Oh, it's a war. It is a war. But anyway, so with that said, y'all got any last words?
I'm good.
All right. So with that said, y'all, I'm out until 8 o'clock next Saturday, and I'll holler at y'all then. And we'll deal with this. We'll with why we ship the stuff the way we do, and the pitfalls, and we'll talk more on what's really going on in these countries. All right. So, and that'll be what it is. What's really going on in these countries? Where do we really stand as Afro men? All right. So with that said, I'm out. Peace, love, and soul, everybody.
Peace.